as forex volatility bites. And below that, liquidity crunch. Banks borrow 3 trillion naira from central bank to meet financial demands. That's on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. And below the photos speak the Labour Party will back Atiku Obi alliance to win presidency in 2027. Okay, Army rescues 386 civilians from Sambiso Forest after 10 years. All right, I think there's a mix-up there from my own end. Okay, Lilibet, can you just go ahead with the right?
Okay, the Nigerian Tribune says Jonathan Odili Amechi no longer in talking terms with Wike, and that story is credited to the clerk. On economy, stop exit of multinational companies, APC chieftain Oiti Loye tells Tinubu. June 12, FG unveils activities for Democracy Day. Serap sues Tinubu, demands details of Obasanjo, Buhari, and others' loan. Okay, so City of David gets new parish pastor after Ilu Yomade's exit. All right, that's all we'll take on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Our next paper will be the Vanguard newspaper.
All right, the Vanguard newspaper, it's a nice paper for review, and it simply has it, experts see danger around minimum wage battle. I think that's the major headline there. It's how Jonathan wife orders force Wike on Rivers. That statement is credited to elder statesman E.K. Clark. Forex power inflation tops manufacturers' concerns in Q1, that is the first quarter of Q1 2024. Corpses of 5 workers recovered from collapsed building in Abia State. Gunmen assassinate top PDP chieftain in Enugu. Okay, that's it for the Vanguard this morning.
All right, and let's take a look at the Nation paper. Minimum wage. Labour awaits Tinubu's decision on 62,000 naira. Tinubu appoints new leadership for Council on Climate Change. Culture, creative economy can yield $100 billion by 2030, says Musa Musawa. Why I don't allow anyone... Okay, let's leave that. Lagos subjects Badagry Master Plan 2020 to 2024 to public inspection. NITDA, NYSC targets 30 million Nigerian youths for digital literacy program. And that's all we'll take on that. And then our next paper is the Guardian newspaper.
Okay, the Guardian newspaper is our next point of call, and it has rising costs of borrowing, economy in trios of credit, sheds 7.1 trillion in 3 months. That's a big one actually. And how Nigerians can leverage fintech to increase national savings. International Labour Organization conference may stall minimum wage talks as leaders have already jetted out of the country. And in the sporting world, Finidi assures victory as Eagles battle the Cheetahs in Abidjan. All right, terrorists killed dozens in Katsina local government. Serap sues federal government over failure to publish loans by ex-presidents. Lagos moves to increase access to unmoved creeks. And we have this one from the customs that says, custom generates 1.09 billion naira in 90 days from vehicle regularization. So that's the Vanguard.
Right, I think that's all. Okay, we have the leadership. The leadership says June 12 article Obi Kwankwaso to address democracy rally. Edo government condemns attack on military personnel. Ibori Lords Governor Diri over Bayelsa development. Governor Nwifuru wants farmers affected by flood compensated. Don't make probe political, APC chieftain tells Fubara. That's all on the leadership. And that's all we'll take on a paper review this morning. Let's come to the studio to analyze them.
All right, Anita, we'll start with our own Pointer newspaper.
Sister paper.
Its assembly marks anniversary and Thanksgiving amidst silent issues. Because if you go to the house now, as I speak with you, as of last week, Pengasa had actually sealed up the place. And Passan, that's the Parliamentary Association, senior staff, whatsoever. They had already sealed up the place, and the Speaker is not happy that their first anniversary in the 8th Assembly. And the reasons are very, very germane. One, funding of their medical facility, which is not bad, one. And secondly, staffing of the casualized staff, which is also not bad. Is the Speaker really starting on a very good note?
Well, first of all, let me congratulate the 8th Assembly for their, celebration, because that's where we should start from, because at least we saw them yesterday all over the place, the Thanksgiving that they had and all the rest. But you see, in as much as we are celebrating, there's still some facts on the ground, things happening now. In the fact that, yes, the Assembly workers are aggrieved, and like you just stated, the reasons for their being aggrieved are reasons that are really important. It's unfortunate that in Delta State we are still talking about casualization, because 2 administrations ago, I think I can remember vividly, during the administration of His Excellency then Dr. Emmanuel Douan, one of the May Day anniversaries, he cancelled, he said that Delta State there should be no casualization anymore. But we found that it seemed to just be a mere statement, because as we proceeded, we still found that a lot of agencies, even the legislature there, like you can see now, is still involved in casualization, which shouldn't be now, because at that point, if the state governor at a point made a policy statement, one would have expected that it should be followed. But then, I think they should be talking, the association and assembly leadership. Yeah. But the other issue of their health centers and all those are issues that relate to their well-being. But I am always angry where somehow these things always lead to strike. It appears strike is a culture in Nigeria now. You see, even if we think strike gives the desired results, I found that one strike always leads to another, because most times the agreement is just so that we start work, not so that we solve the problem. And so it's just like putting band-aids to the injury without really treating the injury. So you find that over time it will still resurface. I think we must have a way in which labor and the authority discuss issues, so that it doesn't have to resort to strike actions. Because what we lose during strikes, they are immense.
That's correct.
And it appears we are people who don't look at that. I was, during these last 2 weeks or so, we had this short strike. I had to really look at it. How do labor organizations outside Nigeria deal with strike? It's not the way we do it here. We just strike, we close down everything. No, they still do some partial work, because you can't close down a society. Nowhere is a society completely closed the way we do it in Nigeria. It appears we just enjoy it. It's not like we are really pushing for it. I've heard somebody, last time when they called us, somebody said, they for just add more 3 days now. I'm like, what is this? So it's becoming something we are actually a lazy society, really. That's just it. So strike is not for the intended purpose, rather it's for us to have extended holiday. So I think Labour must look for other ways to get government or